Hi fight fans and welcome to another MMA fighting video. Shavkat Rakhmonov just beat top welterweight contender Geoff Neal, and he's probably one fight away from the title shot. The young Kazakhstani took the UFC welterweight division by storm, dominating and finishing everyone the promotion had put in front of him, and we might be looking at a future champion that would stay undefeated for a long time. It's very rare to find a complete fighter who is as good on the feet as he is on the ground. Shavkat is one such example, and considering he's only 28 years old, he's only going to get better. His skill set, the variety of kicks and punches, combined with superior wrestling, make Rakhmonov a complete fighter like no one else in the welterweight division, and yes, he's arguably better than Khamzat. We'll look at what happened at Shavkat's last fight against Geoff Neal and discuss how he's better than Khamzat and why he would dominate the UFC. Shavkat Rakhmonov vs. Geoff Neal. A statement was made. Before analyzing this fight, let's not forget that Geoff missed weight by 4 pounds over the welterweight limit. That's a huge advantage, especially when you compete at this level. Judging by his physical appearance on the fight night, Geoff looked bulked and bigger than Shavkat. Nevertheless, the Nomad did not seem bothered and went out there like a man on a mission. Rakhmonov took the center of the octagon and immediately indicated that he would be pressing the action, especially after opening the fight with a beautiful high kick. Geoff Neal possesses high-level boxing. Trading punches with him is always dangerous, and one should avoid turning a fight against him into a brawl. Nevertheless, after clinching with the American, Shavkat did not manage to take Geoff down, and he decided to trade punches with him, regardless of the danger that might cause. On one such occasion, Shavkat threw 3 right punches consecutively. You don't see that very often. Usually fighters throw a left and right combination, but Shavkat is something special. Neal is very precise with his punches, and he landed some excellent strikes, but Shavkat did not even flinch. He kept coming, and the Nomad landed nasty knees to the body every time they clinched. Although the American found some success with his boxing, the Kazakhstani retaliated with a huge high kick that stunned Geoff and forced him to retreat. After that big kick, Rakhmonov kept being the aggressor, pressuring the action with strikes and knees from a distance. Shavkat kept pushing Geoff's body with knees and kicks as the fight progressed. He realized the American had a good defense, so Rakhmonov adjusted by attacking his body to slow him down. The scary thing about the Kazakhstani fighter was that he was composed and calm, like he wasn't facing a trained killer in the octagon but a sparring partner. Geoff hit him with everything he had, and Shavkat just kept coming and keeping him on the back heel. In one such situation, the American countered Shavkat with a good combination, and Rakhmonov took it with a smile. Imagine you're Geoff Neal, you punch your opponent with all the power and he smiles at your face. That could affect any fighter psychologically into believing that the opponent is unbeatable. In the third round, Shavkat landed a beautiful spinning heel kick that landed, but the American retaliated with a great combination that clearly got Shavkat's attention. The powerful combination by Neal could knock down anyone, but the Kazakhstani fighter remained composed and kept pressuring the action, punishing Geoff with nasty knees. As the end of the fight approached, Geoff Neal seemed to be the first fighter to survive the storm and see the judges' scorecards against Shavkat Rakhmonov. However, the Nomad was eager to close the show, and after he landed a beautiful right straight that landed clean, he followed the American, who went into defensive mode. After securing a body lock, Shavkat got his left hand under Geoff's chin, bringing him into a standing rear naked choke position. To ensure the position, the Kazakhstani adjusted himself better by putting his leg before Geoff, preventing him from escaping. The American was forced to tap, and he was just another victim in Shavkat's winning column. What did we learn from that fight? Shavkat just proved to the world that he could compete and beat the best fighters in the UFC. He showed that he is championship material that can win the title and be a dominant welterweight champion like GSP and Kamaru Usman. Rakhmonov wasn't tested against an elite striker, and in this bout against Geoff Neal, not only did he display beautiful technique on the feet, but also the ability to take a punch and keep going. Shavkat has a granite chin. Geoff has enormous power in his hands, hitting the Kazakhstani with everything he got, and the undefeated prospect did not flinch. Whenever Geoff landed clean, Rakhmonov did not panic but stayed composed and kept his mind to the game plan. Shavkat is so fast and fluid on his feet that it's impossible to figure out from which direction he'll attack you. Since Neal has an impregnable high guard, Shavkat adjusted mid-fight by attacking his body. That's a high-level IQ that only the best of the best possess. The other thing we learned is that Shavkat is a cardio freak. He never slows down and keeps pressuring with the same intensity from the first moment the fight starts until his opponents are defeated. At the end of the first round, Shavkat looked like he had just started fighting, like he could go another 2 rounds without slowing down. This shows he's championship material and can fight for 5 rounds for the UFC belt. Before we discuss how Shavkat is better than Khamzat, let's look at his previous UFC opponents and how well he demolished them all. By the way, if you like our video so far, don't forget to press that like button. The UFC run. Shavkat Rakhmonov fought 17 times in his professional career and finished all his opponents before the final bell. He has almost as many victories by knockout as by submission, and there's no area where he's not dangerous. On October 24, 2020, Shavkat fought the UFC veteran Alex Oliveira in his UFC debut. Although the Brazilian was a decorated fighter with Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu credentials, he was no match for the young rising star, who dominated him through the fight before finishing him via guillotine choke by the end of the first round. In his second UFC appearance, Rakhmonov fought the high-level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Michael Prazeres, who held an impressive record of 26-3 when they clashed. Not only did he possess superior grappling skills, but Prazeres was also known for his nasty leg kicks that could cause Shavkat some trouble. Nevertheless, the Kazakhstani stayed composed, picking the Brazilian apart intelligently before defeating Prazeres in his own game. Overwhelmed by Shavkat's pressure, Prazeres was forced to tap in the second round when Rakhmonov squeezed the victory out of him via rear naked choke. In his next fight, the Kazakhstani prospect faced Carlson Harris, a dangerous fighter with as many victories by submission as by knockout. To remind everyone that he is a decorated striker who can end the fight everywhere, Shavkat Rakhmonov delivered a beautiful spinning heel kick that knocked the Guyanese fighter down before finishing him with strikes. This flawless performance earned him a Performance of the Night bonus, and that was an overture to the biggest test of his career up to that point, against Neil Magny. Magny is an elite athlete who is like glue. He would close the distance and dominate his previous opponents with his wrestling and grappling credentials. It seemed that if anyone could cause some problems to Shavkat on the ground, that would be Magny. However, the Kazakhstani fighter had different plans that night and submitted the American via guillotine choke by the end of the second round, a victory that earned him another Performance of the Night bonus. And of course, his most recent fight was against Geoff Neal, where he indeed displayed a championship mentality and the ability to trade with one of the best strikers in the division. Running through everyone the UFC has put in front of him, it's only a matter of time before Shavkat gets his title shot and fights for the welterweight belt. But there's another contender that knocks on the door, arguably as dominant and undefeated. You've probably guessed that his name is Khamzat Chimaev. Having two undefeated young killers in the same division, it seems inevitable that a clash between these two prospects is unavoidable in the future. And that will lead to the question, how is Shavkat Rakhmonov better than Khamzat Chimaev? First, we must indicate that Khamzat might possess slightly better wrestling than Rakhmonov. If Chimaev has an advantage over Shavkat, that would be his offensive wrestling. However, Shavkat has an excellent takedown defense and superior wrestling on his own. He might not be as good of an offensive wrestler as Khamzat, but this young prospect could definitely wrestle and defend himself on the ground. The only way that Khamzat could win a contest against Rakhmonov is if he takes him down early and catches him with a submission early in the first round. However, as the fight continues, the Kazakhstani fighter would undoubtedly have the advantage over the Russian Chechen fighter, considering how good cardio Shavkat has. Whenever they go into a clinch position, Rakhmonov would punish Khamzat with his knees, delivering pain to his liver and making him slow down during the fight. Regarding the striking department, Khamzat is no match for Rakhmonov, and he should probably know that. If these two prospects fight, Khamzat should try to end the fight early, because if Shavkat defends the storm and Chimaev's takedowns early, he'll start picking him apart with his kicks and punches. Shavkat Rakhmonov is one of the most decorated fighters in the welterweight division who is as good on the feet as on the ground. Combine that with his endurance to take heavy punishment and his unreal cardio, he seems almost unstoppable. And not even a superior wrestler like Khamzat Chimaev could stop him. And what do you guys think? Do you believe Shavkat Rakhmonov possesses everything it takes to be a dominant champion like GSP? How do you think a fight between him and Khamzat would go? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you'd like to watch more content like this, please make sure to like and subscribe.